Good morning, dear students.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Okay, today at our lesson we will speak about the intonation of alternative questions. Yeah, alternative questions. So for this, it would be better to give some examples of yours as a pre-while activity. Yeah, before I explain the rule of intonation pattern used in alternative question, please try to give some examples of yours with alternative questions. So I'm sure that you know the structure of the alternative question from the grammar of the English language. Yeah, you are learning grammar in context. Yeah, so that is why you know what is the structure of alternative question. Please, your examples with alternative question.
Do you like being a teacher or doctor?
Do you like being a teacher or a doctor?
Or doctor?
Okay, good. And Shahzoda, your example. Thank you, Shahnoza.
Would you like a coffee or tea?
Would you like a coffee or tea? Good, very good. And Camila?
Are you interested in sports or music?
Very good. And Norvik, your example. Switch on your microphone.
Do you like ice cream or cake?
Do you like ice cream or cake?
Or cake.
Good, very good. One more example. Each one of you, please. Then I will continue explaining. Shahnoza, you, please. Your example.
Are you going to the cinema or theater?
Are you going to the cinema or theater? Good, very good. And Shahzoda, sorry.
Do you like a cake or ice cream?
Do you like a cake or ice cream? So, Camila.
Do you prefer living in the city or village?
Do you prefer living in the city or in the village? Okay, Norvik.
Do you interested in play ping pong or soccer?
So, very good. And so tell me, please, what intonation you have used in your examples, you think? What can you tell me about the intonation in your examples? Knowingly or not knowingly, all of you used correct intonation pattern in your alternative questions. And now, please tell me a little bit about the rule. So in your words, try to explain me the intonation used in your examples. But each one of you use correct intonation pattern in your alternative questions. Just in words, please try to explain me. What intonation pattern have you used in your alternative questions now? You think, please.
I think I've used right.
Sorry for my interruption. Shahzoda, switch on your cameras, please. Okay, don't switch off. Please.
Right.
Camila, continue, please.
I think I've used riceful intonation pattern.
Are you sure? Riceful?
Yes.
Riceful.
For example, are you interested in sports or gym?
Riceful, yeah, riceful. So you are a little bit mistaken here. It's not riceful, but it is. What kind of intonation pattern is it? An alternative question. So first of all, let's remember the structure of the alternative.
Low rise.
Low rise.
Okay. Low rise. Where? In which part? Because you know that
low rise, low.
Low rise low. Low rise low. We don't
Yes,
have such kind of intonation pattern. Such kind of, we have low rise, but low rise low we don't have any. So try to remember, please, just a little bit. Think a little bit, and I'm sure that you will remember the correct intonation pattern. Here, use
full rise.
no. In this case, listen to me attentively, please. Alternative question, yeah, like disjunctive question, consists of two parts, yeah, two parts. It means two and final separate group, yeah, two non-final separate intonation group. It means they should be used. It appears again, sequence of tones, yeah, sequence of tones in alternative question. Why? Because it consists of two separate intonation groups, even non-final, but two separate intonation groups exist in alternative question. And the first part of alternative question, it is like a general question, yeah, like a general question. For example, would you like ice cream or cake? Would you like a cup of tea
Low rise.
or
First
milk?
part is
Yes, Camila, I do agree with you. And are you a student or a teacher? Do you prefer to live in the city or in the village? Yeah, this is your example, Camila. So what intonation pattern so I have used in this example? Do you prefer to live in the city or in the village?
the first part is low rise.
Excellent. What about the second part?
Low fall.
Yes, Shahnoza. The second part of the alternative question is pronounced with the low falling nuclear tone. It is the sequence of tones in alternative question is low rise plus low fall. Yeah. Are you a student or a teacher? Do you like ice cream or what?
Cake.
Or cake or chocolate? Yeah. Do you like a cake or a chocolate? So the first part low rise, the second part is low fall. This is the sequence of tones in alternative questions. But at our last lesson, we spoke about the intonation of disjunctive questions, if you can remember. And at that time, we told that again, it appears sequence of tones as it also consists of two parts, yeah, two separate and final intonation group. Only in the disjunctive question, the first part of the sentence is pronounced with the low falling nuclear tone as it looks like a statement, and the second part is pronounced with the low rising nuclear tone as it looks like a general question. For example, you are a student, aren't you? You can speak English very well. Cannot you? Yeah, this is the intonation pattern in disjunctive questions. And at that time, if you can remember, we told that as for the second part, as for the intonation of the question tags, sometimes it can be used low rise. Yeah, when the speaker expects the response of the listener, when the speaker doesn't know the response and expects it, wants to know it. In this case, the question tag is pronounced with the low rising nuclear tone. And when the speaker knows the response beforehand and it doesn't expect it from the listener, in this case, question tag also is pronounced with a low falling nuclear tone. This is the intonation pattern in disjunctive questions, which we learned at our last lesson. But as for the intonation of alternative question, we have just spoken that the similarity of the intonation pattern with the intonation pattern alternative question with the disjunctive one is that in both it appears sequence of tones. Yeah, sequence of tones as both of them consist of two separate intonation patterns. So that is why it appears sequence of tones. But the difference is in alternative question, the first part is pronounced with a low rising nuclear tone. Are you a student? Yeah? Or a teacher? As for the disjunctive one, you are a student, aren't you? Yeah, this is the difference between the intonation pattern of alternative question with the disjunctive one. And let's continue with the alternative question, and I will share here with you the exercise. For example, intonation of alternative questions. Yeah, here it's given a model here, sample sentence. Would you like tea or coffee? Yeah, so here you can see that the stress marks are put here. Yeah, ready one. So if you can remember, I have ever explained you all four pitch and stress sections of an intonation: pre-head, head, nucleus, and a tail. Yeah. So here, wood is pre-head. Wood is head here. We don't have any pre-head because pre-head is the unstressed or half-stressed syllable of an intonation group. Yeah, the first one. But here, wood. So it took stress. So that is why this head here. Yeah. Head is the first stressed syllable of an intonation. And as for you, and this is pre-head again, yeah. This is unstressed syllable, not pre-head. This is unstressed syllable. And as for T, like is also head here, there should be stress mark. As for T, this is nucleus here of the first 9 final separate intonation group. So if you can remember, I have ever told you that nucleus is the last stress syllable of an intonation on which the direction of an intonation can be changed. Yeah, on which the direction of an intonation can be changed. It may rise or it may fall. It depends on a type of a sentence. Yeah, as it is, the first part of an alternative question looks like a general question. So here the nucleus is pronounced with the low rising nuclear tone. As for the second part, pay attention here. As for the second part of the alternative question, coffee here, yeah, the conjunction or is unstressed because it's a structured word. Yeah, structured words don't take stress in English language, you know, so that is why coffee here is the nucleus of the second and final intonation group. So that is why it is pronounced with a low falling nuclear tone, because this is the stress mark of a low falling intonation, you know. So would you like tea or coffee? So low rise plus low fall. This is the sequence of tones in alternative question. So pay attention, here is in your book, it's given the rule of an intonation pattern in alternative question is given in the Russian language here, yeah? For example, альтернативный вопрос обычно имеет восходящий тон в первой интонационной группе и нисходящий во второй. I have ever explained you in English that the first part of an alternative question is pronounced with the low rising nuclear tone and the second part with the low falling intonation group. So, for example, he has she a brother or a sister? Has she a brother or a sister? So let's do the exercise together here. Exercise 1, ask your fellow student the following alternative questions. It's given model here. Is she a doctor? Is he a doctor or a teacher? So, Camila, you will do this exercise. You will read the first and the second examples with the Shahnoza. Please. Okay.
Is your name?
Read the first sentence, yeah? Camila will read the first sentence and Shahnoza will answer the question, yeah? Okay? Please.
Is your name Peter or Nick?
It is here. It's not a question which can be answered, which can be replied with yes or no answers. Yeah. Here we should choose. There is a choice here, and we should choose one part of the alternative question, and we should give complete answer here. And Shahnoza, give a complete answer here, please. Is your name Peter?
My name is Peter.
Good, very good. And continue, please. Camila, read the second example too. Camila.
Are you 20 or 21?
Good. Shahnoza.
I'm 20.
Good, very good. And at this time, Anybody else? Any other volunteer to read the third example, please? Not Camila and Shahnoza, but the other students too.
Do you study English or French?
Good. Shahzoda has read the sentence, and Norbek or Atajon will answer the question, please. Do you study English or French? We cannot hear you. Switch on your microphone.
I'm studying now.
Once more.
I'm studying English now.
Oh.
I am studying English now.
Good, good. Thank you. And the next example, Otajon, you will read the fifth example, please. Otajon.
Are you a student or a teacher?
No.
I'm a teacher.
Good.
No, I'm a student.
Okay, good, good, good. Okay. So in future you will be a teacher. Yes, you are a future teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
I'm a teacher in future.
Okay, good, good. And Otajon, read the fifth example, please.
Are you a first or second year student?
Are you a first or a second year student?
I'm a first year student.
Good, very good. And Norbek, please read the sixth example. Six is one. Norbek. Is Norbek here? Okay. Camila will read the sixth one. Sixes, please.
Do you live at home or in the hostel?
Good, very good. Good. This correct intonation pattern you have used in your example. Do you live at home or in the hostel? It is low rise plus low fall. Yeah. Good. And the next one, please. Shahzoda. Seventh one.
Do you take exam in English in the fourth or in the third course?
Okay. Do you take exam in English in the fourth or in the third course? Good. Thank you. And Camila, answer the question, please. Okay, Shahzoda, continue reading the next example. Eighth one.
Do you read the Times or the Moscow News?
Okay. Do you read the Times or the Moscow News? The Times and the Moscow News are the newspapers here, you know, because the names of the newspapers are usually used with the definite article. Yeah. So that's why by this we can easily guess what is it. Yeah. And they are famous ones, the Times. Yeah. Each one of us know that this is a newspaper which is printed usually in Great Britain. Yeah. Do you read the Times or the Moscow News? Okay. Are there 15 or 14 faculties in our university? The next example. Have you got a small or a large family? Have you a sister or a brother? Is your favorite subject history or pedagogics? Okay, let's do the next example to make up alternative questions using the following sentences. She lives in Moscow. She lives in Kiev. Here we should form alternative question from these examples. Does she live in Moscow or in Kiev? Atajon, this is your turn, please. The first example. Atajon, is Atajon?
Answer.
No, you should read which one? Example number one. Sorry?
This text is difficult.
No, I will find it. Okay, this one, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Good. This text is difficult. This text is easy. So you should make an alternative question here from this example, like in the sample, like in the model.
Is this text easy or difficult?
Once more, please.
Difficult or easy?
Yes.
Is this text difficult or easy? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. The next example, please.
This
Do
text is
she-
easy.
Who wants to read
Or
this example? Any volunteer?
May I?
Please.
Do she study German or English?
Do or does?
Does.
Because third person singular, yeah? So that is why we should use
Yes.
does, not do. Okay, good. Right, you are. Next example. They go to the Crimea every year. They go to the Caucasus every year. Camila?
Do they go to the Crimea or the Caucasus every year?
Excellent. Excellent. Do they go to the Crimea or the Caucasus every year? Okay, the next example. Your family is big. Your family is small. Again, Camila.
Is your family big?
Small or large? Yeah.
Is your family big?
Big or small? Big or small? Sorry for my interruption. Is your family big or small? Okay, good, thank you. And Shahzoda, the next example, there are 5 members in Anne's family. There are 6 members in Anne's family. Are there? Shahzoda, which one of you would like to read this example, please? Shahzoda. Are there?
Are there 5 members in your family or 6?
In Anne's family, not in mine. Are there 5 members, 5 or 6 members in Anne's family? Are there 5 or 6 members in Anne's family? Okay, thank you. Right, you are. You study at the institute. You study at the university. Do you study at the institute or university?
University.
She has passed your exam in English. She has passed your exam in history. Yeah? Has she passed your exam in English or in history? It takes Ellen an hour to get to the institute. It takes Ellen half an hour to get to the institute. So the alternative question, if we make from these sentences, so does it take Ellen an hour or half an hour to get to the institute? Peter is a hard-working student. Peter is a lazy bones. Is Peter a hard-working student or a lazy bones? There is much milk at home. There is a little milk at home. Is there much or little milk at home? There are many students in the room. There are few students in the room. Are there many or few students in the room? There is much snow in Moscow in winter. There is little snow in Moscow in winter. Is there much or little snow in Moscow in winter? So, dear students, this is the end of our today's lesson. This is the intonation of alternative questions. Is it understandable to you? Have you got any questions to me about the intonation of alternative questions? Please. If you have got any questions, I'm here to answer your questions with pleasure. Have you got any questions? Is it clear to you, everything?
Yes.
Have you got any questions?
No.
No? Is it understandable?
Yes.
Okay, in this case, so your home task will be, Atajon, switch on your camera, please. Switch on your camera, all of you, please. Your home task for the next time is you should do the next exercise in your book by Kalakhalava. And you should write down your own examples. It is 10 alternative questions of your own with alternative question, yeah? 10 examples of your own with alternative question. And you, like in the exercises, yeah, try to put the stress marks correctly and intone all your 10 examples so with the correct intonation, yeah? Try to make the tonogram of them. Clear the home task?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, and now I will send the photo through Telegram, and then we will finish our lesson. If you haven't got any questions to me, so this is the end of our today's lesson. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you again.
So be ready for the next time, please.